Hey everyone, Dylan from GoldPayDirtReviews.com with a bag of Paydirt for you today from GoldRushPaydirt.com. Now, after my last two reviews, I really wanted to actually get some gold, so this is what I got for you. Now, this bag was donated to me by one of my fans, John. I won't say your last name, John, but you know who you are, and I appreciate this. He actually donated more than one bag to me. This and another bag which I'll be getting to review next month. So I really appreciate that. It makes it a lot easier for me to review Paydirt without getting extra bags or bonus bags or anything like that if somebody else sends me the bag. And plus it's cheaper for me too, and that's always a plus, you know, A+ for that. And honestly, I don't like getting the bonus bags. I really don't. Because if I get a bonus bag, that means someone else didn't. And as much as I like the gold, I want the average bag. I want to know what the average bag gets. Now, unfortunately with this bag, the average bag seems to be shy. When I picked up this bag, I thought it was kind of small. I thought, well, this is 1 pound. And as typical, I always weigh up my bags for pictures. And might have to move the camera, or I'll just flash the picture. But here, I'll move it. As you can see, 11 ounces. Now at first I thought, okay, my scale's got to be wrong. There's just no way that bag is that short. But I happen to have a second bag of this Paydirt, which I had bought on my own to review, 13.4. Now then I thought, well, maybe my scale just needs to be adjusted. But here's a bag of Paydirt from somebody else. I'm sure you all know who it is by the bag. 1 pound, 2 ounces. Here's a bag, another bag of Paydirt, 1 pound. Well, you gotta zero out the scale first. Come on. 1 pound, almost an ounce. So, as you can see, it's not my scale. It's this Paydirt. So the one I'm going to be reviewing for you today is, as soon as it scales out, 10.8. Zero everything out. I'm on now. Alright, be nice to me. Alright, 11 ounces. So, as you can see, that's pretty short from the 16 ounces that it states it's going to be. Now, I always throw fits to the sellers when the bags are short, and typically my reply is, it doesn't really matter as long as you find gold. Now, I don't like that, and I'm not going to say if that's what this seller is going to say. I don't know what this seller is going to say. I'm actually going to email them while I'm panning all this out. It was just I didn't want to shoot part of this and not shoot later and be dishonest and say, oh, you know, he sent me another bag and we just hush this one. This is what I got. 11 ounces, and as you can see, out of 2 bags that I purchased, neither one was 16 ounces, and that includes the bag's weight, and he double tapes the seam. So, you know, this is probably 10 ounces of Paydirt, and that's almost half of what I was supposed to be paying for. Now, this Paydirt, again, I got it from GoldRushPaydirt.com. It's supposed to be a 1 pound bag. In reality, it's 10 ounces, 11 ounces if you add the bag. The cost was $19.99. It was on sale from $24.99, and to this date, it's still on sale for $19.99. The shipping cost was $0, so my total cost was $19.99. Now, I did email this seller, and he replied very quickly. I mean, he was very short with his answers. I asked him, you know, about the gold, where was it from, if they salt the Paydirt and all this. And supposedly, from what he says, these bags are not salted. It is only Paydirt you will find that comes out of his classification, and he's concentrates this down to 1/4 inch is supposed to be the largest size in it. Now, I have a real problem now is because if there's no gold salted to this, then the more Paydirt you get, the more gold you'll get. So when you only get half the Paydirt, you're getting half as much gold. So I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to go take this down. I'm going to go get my classification. I'm going to classify it all down. And I'll be back and show you what kind of dirt I get out of it. We'll see. We'll see what 11 ounces looks like. Alright, so I finished classifying everything down, and as you can see, almost everything was in the under 30. And what's above 30 is almost all looks like plant material. So for example, in the over 10, as you can see, lots of twigs. And even the ones that look like rocks aren't really rocks like this, are actually just the dirt compacted. That's it. I mean, there's no rocks in this. What there is a couple twigs and a lot of compacted dirt. Now the same with the under 10, over 20. All this stuff, you can smush it down and it just becomes dust. And what there are is a lot of little bitty twigs. In the under 20, over 30, what you see here is all organics. It's not even dirt. It's got a little dust in it, but it's almost all just finely shredded plants. Now I really don't know what to think about this. I guess I'm gonna have to start panning it to see. Maybe the other 8 ounces or whatever it was, the other 5 ounces I was missing, 5 or 6 ounces I was missing would be rocks. I don't know. So I'm really interested to see what I find out of this bag, since, you know, my results are actually should be doubled, you know, almost when I get it. So I'm not going to waste a lot of time talking about the classification. I'm just going to get right to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go do the over 10 and see what I get out of that. Well, found a big fat nothing in the over 10. Wasn't really surprised, you know, but I will say it was some murky, dirty stuff. Really had to use a side pan to pan all the dirty stuff off. And as you can see, I'm just going to show you how much stuff was floating. I mean, it would have killed my bucket, my panning bucket. So I dumped it off in a side pan, but got nothing out of the over 10. So now we'll do the under 10, over 20 and see if we have better luck. So I'll be right back. Well, as you can see, yet again, nothing. No gold, no nothing. Just a lot more sticks in my pour-off pan that we're going to muck up my water. So far the over 10 is bust, and the under 10 over 20 was a bust. So I'm going to do the under 20 over 30 result and see what we get back from that. So hopefully this one's a little better. I'm not, you know, not expecting a lot. I mean, this is a $19.99 bag, so I'm not expecting riches. And the vast majority of this was in the under 30. So again, I'm not going to expect much, and we'll see about the under 30 and see how that goes. So be right back. Nada, zilp, nothing. Pan number 3, empty just like the other 2. More twigs. That was about it. The only thing I really found was some twigs and some dust in all 3 of those. Some of the dust was clumped together more. So nothing in the over 10, under 10, over 20, under 20, over 30. So that leaves me with the under 30. And I did check it with the magnet, and almost nothing in it is magnetized. So starting to worry about this bag, but I'm going to go pan this out. I mean, this is a lot of material to pan out. I'm hoping I find something, but I didn't even see a speck in all the other stuff. Not even one little speck clumped in with all the dust. So, but I'm going to save my judgment until the very end. So I guess I'm going to go pan out all this under 30 and hopefully I find some gold. Well, I'm flabbergasted. Nothing. Nothing in that final pan either. A lot of work for nothing. So, my spider sense is really tingling. And I'm going to go do some research before I give my final thoughts and review on this Paydirt. Now, I did, in between all these, I did email the seller I videotaped me weighing his bag, his 2 bags as long as some of the other ones, much like I showed you, but just a different video. And I emailed it to him. I emailed my buddy John, who sent me the 1 bag. And I texted my wife, who bought the other bag, to find out where they both bought them from, to make sure they both bought them from his website, make sure they didn't find them at a garage sale or something. Because the more I think about it, the one thing I'm kind of suspicious about is the fact that even though these are coffee bags, let me see if I can show you this. The bag is taped shut as well. Now, on the bag I opened, and I did notice this before, the seam was actually broken. As you can see here, you know, the little Ziploc part was separated, and there was dust in the top of the bag. So I'm not sure if they taped these on top. Before I tell him or show him this part of the video, I will ask him if he tapes his tops of his bag shut to see, because I'm really curious about this. Now, what I'm going to do is tomorrow, regardless of his answer, I'm going to review this bag as well. And I can tell you, just by the weight of this one, it feels much different. I can feel rocks in this one, as opposed to that one that felt like, you know, there was no rocks in it. So, again, I'm really don't know what to do. So what I'm going to do is, I guess, well, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait for some emails to come back, and then I'll give my final thoughts in my review if I can figure this out. So I guess for now, I'm done. And it'll probably take me at least 24 to 48 hours until I can finish this video. So what I'm going to do tomorrow is I'm going to shoot this one, and I will wait for the replies for that one as well. So I will pop these out day after each other, but, you know, these videos aren't going to be today. They're going to be the next day or the next. I was hoping to get some gold after my last 2. And now it looks like I'm in the same boat. This will be 3 reviews in a row with no gold. So this bag better have some gold in it. Luckily for me, I have some other bags to review too. I'll just have to get to those sooner because I need to get my gold fix going. So, well, I got nothing else to say. I'll be back in a day or 2 and finish this video up and give you my final thoughts and my review. Alright, here's my final thoughts and my review for GoldRushPaydirt.com. Unfortunately, I can't give you one because of the fact that I bought this bag off of eBay. I don't know if it's a genuine bag or not. I can only assume it wasn't because, I don't know. I can't really tell you. I can't assume either one. I can't prove, I can't disprove. It was the seller's Paydirt, so I can't give them an honest review. And I can't give them a bad review because of the fact that the bag might have been opened before. It might have been not opened before. I don't know. So, I will say one thing though. I'm really unhappy about the fact that he tapes the top of his bags. You know. But I guess he doesn't have a self-sealing top like most of the coffee bags that are used. So he has to seal it to make sure no one's going to tamper. And I guess it's my own fault. I purchased something, or my wife did, which is just the same as me. I purchased something off of eBay that wasn't designated, or I didn't know it was from the particular seller. So, this is a no review thing, but you can see, you'll see my next review of this seller that I'm almost positive this material was from. So somebody didn't open up the bag, take all the material out, just dump in their own backyard dirt, and do something and resell it. This was obviously the material that came in this bag. Now maybe they removed the gold, maybe they didn't. I won't know. I'll never will. But this was Gold Rush Paydirt, and I got nothing out of it. And it's my own fault for buying something off of eBay instead of through the seller's website. So this is a cautionary tale. Make sure if you're buying something on eBay, when you see a bag like this, make sure it's actually from that seller. If you don't know, email them and find out, which is something I should have done to make sure it was authentic bag of Paydirt. So that way if you get a bag, you can use this guarantee that's on the front of the bag that says real gold. So that's going to be it. Nice, short, and simple. And you'll see me tomorrow with my review of the actual bag of Gold Rush Paydirt that I know for a fact came from their website. So, and make sure you like, comment, all those other wonderful things.